But first, the harrowing U.S. operation that saved 2 kidnapped aid workers in Somalia, one of them an American. The mission, authorized by President Obama, highly reminiscent of the one that took out Osama bin Laden, even involving one of the same elite U.S. Navy SEAL teams. Our Pentagon correspondent Chris Lawrence is standing by with the latest on how it all went down.
Well, Wolf, we all remember what happened during Black Hawk Down, so you cannot overstate the risk of putting troops on the ground in Somalia, and ultimately, it was the president's call to do so.
Just seconds into the president's arrival at his State of the Union speech, the first hint something had happened.
Good job tonight. Good job tonight.
At the moment he congratulated his defense secretary, U.S. Special Operations Forces were winding down a dramatic rescue operation halfway around the world. The U.S. military and FBI had been searching for the humanitarian aid workers since October, when Somali kidnappers abducted American Jessica Buchanan and Paul Thiested. Now they had found them, more than 100 kilometers away. Officials obtained specific intel, where the hostages were and who was holding them. But a sense of urgency was building.
Jessica's health was beginning to decline. She's a young woman in her 30s, so we wanted to act, and they did.
President Obama green-lighted the mission Monday night, and the weather was perfect for a Tuesday night assault. As Secretary Leon Panetta monitored the situation from the White House, Special Operations Forces parachuted into the area. Among them, SEAL Team 6, the same elite unit that killed Osama bin Laden, if not the same men from that mission. They confronted 9 kidnappers with guns and explosives nearby and killed all 9. They found the hostages at an outdoor encampment, then hustled them onto helicopters and out of Somalia. The rescue team took the hostages to Djibouti, the same American base Panetta visited just last month. It's where the military monitors al-Qaeda militants, but in this case, a place for medics to examine and treat Buchanan and Thiested.
And officials tell us they're still in the region right now. Both are in good health. They're okay, and they've talked to their families. But there is still another American being held in Somalia by another pirate group, as well as sailors from South Korea, the Philippines, and other countries as well, Wolf.
Let's hope that they're okay as well. Chris Lawrence, thank you. Our Brian Todd is standing by on the college campus of that rescued American woman, Jessica Buchanan, with a closer look at who she is. Brian, what are you learning?
That can also describe the mood here on her college campus, where people talk about a young lady committed to helping others, even in one of the world's most dangerous regions. Professor Glenn McClure remembers when Jessica Buchanan returned from a trip to Kenya. His former student, he says, presented him with a carved elephant to thank him for helping her land a student teaching job there. After her capture in October in Somalia, he says, he looked at that figure often.
It's on my bureau, and I see it often. I just breathe a prayer, says, Lord, help Jessica get through this.
His prayers are answered. McClure, who taught and mentored Jessica Buchanan at Valley Forge Christian College in Pennsylvania, is, along with everyone on this small liberal arts campus, ecstatic and relieved that Buchanan has been rescued by U.S. Special Forces.
It was about 2:30 this morning. I happened to be checking my computer. I'd been up and just briefly looked at it, and I saw this note, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it.
Valley Forge President Don Meyer says the school had been holding a vigil since October, when Buchanan, who graduated from Valley Forge in 2007, was captured. Professor David Scalforo's daughter, Christine, is Jessica Buchanan's best friend and former roommate.
Because every day you woke up wondering, is this going to be the day that she could be free, or is this going to be the day where you get news saying that she is not coming home forever?
Buchanan's father, a furniture maker in Bedford, Virginia, told CNN off camera his daughter is doing well, considering the circumstances. John Buchanan says President Obama called him saying, I have great news for you. Your daughter has been rescued by our military. Those here who know Jessica Buchanan use one common word to describe her: passionate. They say she brought that attitude toward everything, toward her religious beliefs and toward teaching those less fortunate, especially in Africa.
You can hardly talk about Africa without tears in her eyes.
She had a beautiful relationship with the Lord, and I think that and God's direction or the Holy Spirit working with her kind of ignited that passion, and she wanted to continue and follow through with that.
I asked Jessica Buchanan's father what he would say to the U.S. Special Forces troops who rescued his daughter if he could speak to them tonight. He had 5 words. Thank you. We're very grateful. Wolf?
No doubt about that. You've also spoken with a top official of that Danish Refugee Council, the relief group where Jessica Buchanan worked, Brian. And you've picked up some information about her security at the time she was captured. Lots of questions about that.
That's right, Wolf. I talked to Andreas Kamm. He's the Secretary General of that group, and he told me that Jessica and Mr. Teestad did have security with them on the ground at the time they were captured. He believes that those security members were armed at the time, and he didn't mince many words. He said, we're disappointed at what happened, given the fact that they had security. He said they're investigating what happened. They're eager to get a chance to talk to Jessica and Mr. Teestad to find out exactly what those circumstances were. He was not sure exactly how many security team members were with them at the time of their capture.
All right, Brian, thanks very much. Brian Todd reporting a dramatic story. Grateful that she's okay.